During the war, we lived with Gran and Grandad in Tunbridge. I noticed I couldn't read the blackboard at school, just moved into a junior school and couldn't read the blackboard, couldn't read anything at all. Plus my sister was the same, she was 11 and she had trouble, but they said it was we were playing up because my mother had died and trying to cause a fuss. It was awful at school, absolutely dreadful at school, trying to keep up with anybody because you just couldn't find out what they were talking about. I went to opticians and they fitted me up with glasses, but it really didn't make any difference, really. So it was still the same thing, and I used to get punched in the back because my work was so bad. Nobody took any notice, but the specialists in those days couldn't see what was wrong with our eyes. And they gave me all sorts of treatment, even put me in a cold bath because they said it was laziness, and put electrodes on my eyebrows, lazy muscles of my eyes. So we went into service in jobs of cleaning type of work. Those kind of were mother's care, looking after little children with a mother's help, it was called. And one of the ladies that I worked for, her daughter had bad sight, and she made arrangements for me to go and see an eye specialist in London, at the Royal Eye Hospital. So I went up to there, and they couldn't do anything. They could see something was wrong with their eyes, and so they called everybody in that was involved in the eye business to look at it, but couldn't do anything for us. Still, we were told it was macular degeneration at the time. I had my own children and that, and my husband was absolutely wonderful. I mean, he used to read the newspaper to me, practically all the newspaper to me every day. And of course I used to listen to radio a lot, and that's how I learned a lot more since I'd left school. But always the writing and the reading still is a nightmare. But you think it's in your mind that you can't see, and you couldn't recognise people. That was really hard, and you're talking to something that isn't even there sometimes. Well, it's just you have a lot of embarrassing moments, but of course I've got like that now that most of my friends know, but other people say why they always look behind me, when a bit behind their shoulders, because think I'm looking at them, but they think I'm looking at somebody behind them. Life's been hard, but the thing is, I feel that I'm much better off than a lot of other people that are older that get it. Lots of people drive and have to give it up because of their sight, and I've never been able to drive at all. There was hardly a car in the street when we were little. Now it's so busy that my ears are my defence with a lot of things, and of course if you use the stick they do usually stop, flash their lights or sound the horn to let you cross the road. The advice I would give is to make sure that they get some after treatment, because they say there's no treatment, but they should push for more, a different venue onto somewhere else, like a club even, I suppose, and all the things that would help you to get the right magnifiers and things like that. Years ago, when people had this age-related, they were just fitted with glasses or just knew they were old and got poor sight. And but as I say, now it's diagnosed because now they can see into the eyes better. They get recognised earlier, and of course there's treatment if it's discovered quicker.